Good morning, Flosstube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Well, hello and welcome to Take 7. It's been a morning. I've only been missing 1 week and suddenly I'm a brand new girl all over again. So let's say welcome first. Welcome. What day is it? Welcome, what day is it? This is happening, guys. It's happening the way it's happening. Welcome to Saturday, the 2nd of August. We are on 5 to 7 in the morning. Much later than I wanted to be. I did start trying to film this about 20 past 6. It's been a bit of a mare, mainly because I keep yawning. So I've had to eventually give up, go downstairs, get a nice coffee. Because I'm not usually a fan of coffee. I'll drink it, but tea. I'm a cup of tea girl. So I'm busy downing coffee to try and have the ability to get through a floss tube without yawning. There you go. So, yes, welcome. If you've been with me from the start, it's good to see you back. Yeah, coming up to 2 years. Actually, I'll have to check because it might be mid-August. It was 2 years, so yeah. Welcome if you've been scooped up along the way. It's wonderful to see you, and welcome if you're a brand new subscriber and just been coming back first, second, third time. Really good to see you as well. And if you've just landed here, strap in. So, where are we? What's happening? So yes, I was missing last week. I wasn't very well. Really dizzy every time I stood up, and I was sort of, I was vomiting. Can I say that word? Of course I can say that word, but is it overkill? Is it TMI, as they would say? Too much information? So yeah, I was being really sick and I was really dizzy for 2 or 3 days last week. I thought it was a migraine because my eyes weren't great. I couldn't see properly. It was weird. I didn't really have a bad head though. It was just the visual disturbances, the feeling sick and stuff. But I've never had migraines. My mum used to, which is why I know sort of the symptoms of it. The big boss breeder thought it might be vertigo, so I thought, oh, actually she could be right. But to be fair, since then I've sort of rallied round, and although I'm very dizzy still, I haven't been sick and I'm feeling loads better. Although it was quite funny yesterday. I looked up, so I sit in the living room with my laptop on my knee, and I've got my Lowry stitching just sort of pushed out the way so that when I'm not working I can pull my stitching over and stitch. So I was busy doing something. I was on my laptop and I looked up and there's this through the window. I suppose this could be Justsewsherrie. Literally through the window like this. I looked up and bloody hell, and this great big smile, and I'm thinking, what? And then he just disappeared, and I was like, because normally we have like a back door open policy around here. We just go in and out of each other's houses. It's just our man's out, he's out again. He's been out a couple of times because I've been here for ages. Seems alright. Oh, he's just coffeeing and tabbing. That's what we call tabs, cigarettes, tabs here. So yeah, he's got his tab and he's in his cuppa. So yes, we've got open door policy, which is wonderful. We've got a real sort of sense of community around here. We have like street parties and everyone used to gather together for like fireworks. Everyone would like put a tenner in, and would have the fireworks on the field out the front for all the kids on bonfire night and things like that. It's a really lovely community. So I got up and I went to the front door and I'm thinking, why is he not just come in the back door? I don't understand. So I looked up and I just see him disappearing into his house. I'm like, Ian? And he stuck his head back out. He says, it's all right. He says, I was just checking you were still alive. I says, he says, well, I haven't seen you. I haven't seen your door open for a few days. He says, so, I thought I better come. I was like, bloody hell, my neighbours are doing a welfare check on us. So when I say I never leave the house, guys, this is it. I never leave the house. And when I do, Ian's neighbourhood watch. Anything you want to know what's going on, Ian's your man. His wife, Kirsty, takes no notice. But Ian knows everything. So yeah, he came to check on us to make sure I was alive and well, and kind of gave me a little bit of a nudge to, maybe I should think about getting out sometimes. Yeah. So speaking of getting out, I haven't posted the giveaways. If you're waiting for them, I haven't posted them yet. Ian's given me a nudge, so I am going to get down to the post office this weekend. You will have them, I guarantee, by the middle of next week for those in England, Britain, and for the rest of the world you should have them in a week or two. So yes, that wasn't me Justsewsherrie, but I suppose I might as well use it as it now and keep the other one for another week. So where am I? What am I doing? Why am I here? Coming up to 2 years and I still new girl terror is upon me at times. So I'll be bouncing. Do you know what it is? I'm going from yawning half the time to by the end of this I'll be bouncing. So when I say strap in, I've got a bite. When I say strap in, I mean it. God knows what's going to happen in this episode. So we've got 2 weeks worth, minus a few days when I felt grotty, worth of stitching. A massive thank you as well to everybody who put a little message on me post to just say, I hope I was feeling better and all the rest of it. It's really appreciated and very, very grateful. So I have got one little fully finish, but it's a fully finish nonetheless. I have got 2 finishes. I have got 1 start and finish. It's been a while, but we're getting there. Excuse me, I can't speak. And I've got 2 mini finishes as well. I don't think they count though, really. And I've got a new start. And I have got 7 or 8 whips. We've been busy. I have been a busy little bee worker bee. So let's start with the fully finish. And yes, it is just one of my little stockings. I can't remember what month this was from, I'll be honest. Might have been February or March. To be fair, I say everyone's been February or March. I just seem to lump them all in with February and March. March is my birthday month, so it's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good month. So yes, so it is done on parchment, 36 count, 1/2, and I have just backed it with a tilde fabric, and I've done my usual where I've just used the cut out template from the book that you get from the Blackbird. It's not a pamphlet, but you know what I mean, from the pan, and wrapped the thingy around it and clagged it together. Clagged, you might not understand the word clagged. clad is it's a proper artist's word, a proper crafter's word. Yeah, you might not be familiar. Yeah, I've stuck them both together. My nails are nearly there. They're nearly there, guys. Not much more to come off. And my daughter's back at the moment. Coldplay's coming to the UK for their final part of their tour. So Courtney's now in the UK, and she messaged me yesterday saying, do you want to get your nails done? I'm like, Courtney, do you know how long it's taken me to grow these out? 6 months, or best part of 6 months. So no, I don't want to get my nails done. No doubt I'll leave it a couple of months and end up getting them done, but here we go. So that is my fully finish. So my finishes. So I'm doing a challenge. I'm doing lots of challenges. Probably too many challenges. But for this one I decided I was trying to do Halloween whips and get a finish a month. So I have finished July's, which is Mushroom Witch by Primitive Hare. Bring it in closer so you can see the shrooms, the mushrooms. Isn't she fab? And I'm doing it on, Rachel told me after my other floss tube, and I was like, I don't know what this fabric is, don't know what it is. It's grey, Weeks grey, she thinks. But the other one I was thinking of is Tin Roof. But we think this is Weeks grey, was Confederate grey. 1/2, and I've done it with all the called for DMC. So, and I love this. It's come out fab. Really, really, really pleased with it. It's on 40 count, by the way. And my friend Sarah Stitchy, not Sarah Stitchy Post, just my Stitchy Sarah. That's what I've got her in me phone as, Sarah Stitcher. So my friend from Stitch in London has done it the same, very, very, very similar, on 40 count on a very similar fabric. So that was a bit, what was it? Bit of a coincidence. It was a lovely coincidence. So yeah, I've done that. And I'm going to try and finish it as just sort of a square flat fold, I think. I did think about finishing it in a hoop. Because the thing is, I've got to remember, have I got places to put things when they're flat folds? Because if I keep going like I am, like a little Duracell bunny rabbit, I'll have an awful lot of them finished by October. It's good. I had forgotten why I liked them. Okay, next one. The next one is mega exciting. Are you ready? Are you ready? If I say 1, 2, 3, do you know what's coming? 1, 2, 3. That bloody roof is finished. I cannot believe it. It's finished, finished, finished. Oh, and it looks amazing. I mean, you can see it there yourselves, the variegation in the roof. Thought I'd missed off the collars of the bunnies, but no, they are there. They're done in pink. I don't know if you can see them, but they are there. So she is finished. So this is Stacy Nash from the workshop retreat that I went to in May, beginning of May, I think beginning of May, I could be wrong. So I've actually done all of the ones that she gave us. There was 3 patterns in it. I've just got to make the other one up. That could be a problem, making the other one up, because that's a bag. This is a pin keep. This is easy. I've identified the fabric I'm thinking with it. Sorry, I should have had that. I should have had it to hand, but I put everything away. I smushed it all out the way. So I'm pinging it with this. And this is one of the French General fabrics that I got from Cowslip. So I think that goes with it perfectly. I'm thrilled, thrilled, fabulous. Now I have identified the beads that I'm putting on. So I've found the bead that I'm putting on is that I'm saying it's finished, and then I've still got beads to put on. I've got one bead for the door, and I've decided to put like a little tube bead on. And I'm also putting, I've found some little orange beads that I'm going to put on the top of these candlesticks just to bring out the candle. It does look, it looks good when I've thingied it. So I just need to get those done. But oh, I'll flash it again. It's that bloody roof. That bloody roof. Now, did I tell you? I don't think I did. And if I did, I'm telling you again. So when we were at the retreat, we were doing a bit of a show and tell. And oh, well, no, it was when Stacy was talking through the workshop, the projects. And she was talking about the bunnies on the roof, and she was saying on the roofs there was like different animals, and she quite liked the ones with bunnies on. And one of the ladies who was from Cornwall, or who was probably just more knowledgeable about Cornwall, said it's the Thatcher's trademarks. So each Thatcher will have his own symbol, for want of a better word, that it's his sort of, this was my doing. And this particular guy had rabbits on the roof. So I was like, oh my God. So you know who's done, which Thatcher has done which roof. And obviously it'll be a massively dying skill, I would have thought. So yeah, so that was interesting. Thrilled with it. Other than the roof, I could stitch all of the projects all over again quite happily. Right, my start and finish is another stocking. So this is one of the August stockings. Where's my board? It's better. So yeah, this is one of the August stockings. So that was the first one I did, I think. And I've done another one. And now, no, I haven't. I've got the poppy to do because I've swapped, there's oranges in the poppy and I've swapped them out for red ones. So I haven't started it yet. I've just got the threads ready to go. And the fabric. So I just need to start it. So that'll be a new start for next week. But yeah, so I finished all this. I loved this. Really loved this. I think it's because there's geometric even. This geometric stuff down the bottom. Wasn't so fond of the leaves. I don't like things that are, I like repetitive stitching. So yeah, meditative stitching. So although these types of stitching where it's like wobbly all over and different things and it all needs counting, it looks great when it's done. They're just not my favourite things to stitch, that's all. So yeah, and this is done on 36 count winter moon 1/2. So I'll wait. I was going to say I'll wait and do the other one and then finish them, but I've still got loads other ones to finish as well anyway, so yeah, I'm into the stitching part at the moment. No doubt, well, hopefully I'll go on a bit of a finishing spree, but I'm trusting myself to be able to do it. Right, my new start. Found it. I was looking for the pattern. I haven't printed the pattern page out just to save on ink, that's all. So this is, if you can see it, that's it. So it is the May Herbarium Stitcher and Larkspur it is. So this is the start. It's lovely. I love the colours in this. So it's a poem by Tennyson. I was going to look it up actually. I'll let you do that today. But it says, the red rose cries, she is near, and the white rose weeps, she is late. The larkspur listens, I hear, and the lily whispers, I want. Not sure what that relates to. Is it the sun, maybe? I don't know. That's why I was going to look it up to see. I'm assuming there's more to the poem. Or maybe there's not. But yeah, doing it on 36 count, with, not winter moon, 36 count antique white that I lightly coffee dyed, with the called for 1/2. But it's coming up lovely. You're not really seeing the depth of the colour. But I'm doing it with all the called for weeks. Yes, I'm still not finger combing me threads. I'm still doing proper. I'm being proper good and not yanking me fingers through me threads all the time. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love the colours. Love the patterns. Although there are lots of words. There's a couple of months that I'm going to have to backtrack and do. But yeah, hopefully, well, it won't take as long to do that. Right. And what's next? What's next? What's next? Right, I've got my mini finishes. And these are my other 2 challenges. So this one I'm doing is, hey, I'm whipping through them, aren't I, today? So it's the Cricket Collection Autumn, and I started this in September, August, July, June, May, April. There you go. So I'm doing a letter a month and it should be finished in September. So I have done July's. Thrilled with this, you know. Really, really, really chuffed. Really chuffed. So yes, so this was July's and I've finished it. I have come over and done the full moon by rights. Only part of it should have been in, but there's a lot on the M, so I thought I'm going to do the moon and get it out of the way because the M's got the most actual stitching in it. It's like full coverage in the middle of that. in the middle of the arm. So doing this on, is it 40 count winter brew, 36 count, 36 count winter brew by R&R. I've got to backtrack and do a leaf here. It's one of these beige ones that you can barely see because of the colour of fabric I've used. But yeah, so there just needs to be a little leaf to go in here. It's going to be fab. It's definitely going to be finished as either in a frame or a flat fold. I don't want it as sort of a cushion or anything else that I can think of, to be fair. Not sure what else there would be. No, I can't think of anything else that I could do with it anyway. Isn't it fab? Fab, fab, fab. And then I seem to be being very efficient this week. I don't know if it's because I was thinking about it and I went from doing it 2 weekly to every week to because it was taking so long to do it once every 2 weeks. There was so much to show that it was taking a longer and longer and longer time. So that was why I jumped to weekly ones. So I think I was very aware this morning of, oh, it's going to just take forever. So maybe I'm just being very efficient for that reason. So my next challenge, my next mini finish. And the girls are going to hate me. So this is what I'm doing with Rachel Talking Dog. We always have we have fallen into always having a Christmas sale on the go. So the Christmas sale from July 1st this year, we've chosen to do is Christmas. If I'd been a bit brighter, I would have jumped on it earlier and done a letter a month. The problem was the last sale we had ended in June, so it would have meant we had like an overlap. So the whole point of doing this was giving us something manageable. So I separated it down into either a letter a month for the 2 months where it's busy. So Halloween, well, October and December have got the easiest chunks in them, but the rest have got a little bit more than a letter. So kind of a letter and a half, if you like. And I am loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it like that. I haven't said that for ages. My clip's gone again. Those who we hear, oh, I can. It's all right. I can see it. Oh, 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 oh. I've got it. Those that were here a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago, I lost my clip and it ended up in my bloody seat, the caster in my wheel, and I couldn't move my seat, and oh, what a palaver I was in. So I have finished August's. I'm sorry Rachel. We are doing it with Rosie X Stitches this year as well. She's been swept up into our little sale for this one. So yeah, you can't see that though, can you? I might put because you can see it better in real life. But I might put a what do you call it? Back stitch outline. I might stitch the outline. Maybe in that, like this green or something, this sagey green that matches with the fabric. But yeah, so I've still got the bit of flame thing to do on this candle. But other than that, it was half, the other half of the H and the R is August's. I'll be honest, right, girls, I cheated a little bit because I did this on Wednesday, which technically wasn't August, or I did the most of it on Wednesday, and then I picked it up on Thursday and finished it on the 1st of August. I'm sorry, I know I'm a word that you can't say live on Flosstube. Yeah, I'm a any word you can think of. And yes, so I've done the R with the 3 presents. I love this. Now I'm doing this on Water's Edge by Blackberry Primitives. I think. Started doing it with the Cold 4 DMC, and as per, I haven't kitted them all up, I'm only kitting them up a letter at a time. So what I need for that letter, so I don't have 370 threads sitting in me stitching bag. So yeah, Blackberry Primitives, 36 count Water's Edge. I'm loving her fabrics, absolutely loving them. So I got this when I was down at Cowslip. Tanya came with Stacy and brought fabrics with her. I loved, it was Fossil that we did. I don't think I told you the fabric, did I, for this? It was Fossil that I did the, it was the first side of the Stacy Nash bag. I can't remember what the fabric was for the cottage. Can't remember, but they're lovely, really, really lovely fabrics. Definitely gonna get some more of these somehow, somewhere, some why. So why? Dot dictionary insert. Yep. Yeah, and I'm doing it 1/2. Fab. I love these. And I have to confess, I am feeling a little bit smug that that doing like a letter a month, I'm getting some really good finished pieces out of very little stitching, or that's how it feels. And I talked about this before about yeah, it's gone. That word, that part of my brain, the shutter has just come down. That's it, Sherrie, you're done. Words, you can't access them anymore. Got no idea what I was going to say. Yeah. We'll leave that one there, shall we? Boom. Okay, I'm going to move these and grab my whips because they're right the way down there. So, had your pash a minute. So, onto the whips. First one, Coffee and Tea by that gorgeous girl, Textilly, Laura. I love this. I might do coffee at some point, but obviously I'm going with the tea one. And I had a bit of a malfunction So this is where I am with it. I'd like to tell you what I'm doing it with, but I have no idea. The reason I have no idea is that I've lost the project bag with the threads in. I have not a clue where it went to. I lost it on Wednesday. Bear in mind, all I do is sit in my little corner. I don't go anywhere. I've got no bloody idea what I've done with it. However, I have just found this grey thread stuck to it. So it looks like I will actually be able to finish this. So I've done the cup with it was with a cottage garden thread. And I think this is graphite. I'll be honest, I've had another week of trying to pick colours for me forget-me-not. And I was just sick of matching colours. And I just thought, you know what, I just can't. It's done. My matching colours and figuring out threads ability is done. It's gone. It's gone. So I've got no idea. But I'm liking how it came out. Now, when Laura's done it, she's done it all in one colour. But I wanted the top to be sort of lighter, because obviously it's sort of steam. I assume it's meant to be steam. So I wanted it to be lighter. And I'm pleased how it's come out. I am. And I'm probably going to do, I wasn't sure about doing the tea in a different colour as well, purely because I've done two different colours here. I wasn't sure whether to do this in more of a black. We will see. If I ever find the project bag. But it looks like I've got enough thread now to finish that. And now, because remember last week, well the week before, I'd lost this, which was lying on my mantelpiece. Because that's where, obviously, I keep all my stitching stuff. So I found that. I've got the thingy, I've just haven't got the project bag. I wonder... It's just occurred to me, I wonder if it's gone down the back of the settee. Because that's the only other place. I've looked under the settee, it's not there. Looked in my stitching, not there. I looked back under the settee, see if it suddenly, not there. Looked under the settee again the next day, just in case the little borrowers had put it back. Not there. Does anybody else do that? Look in the same place over and over and over and over again, thinking that it will magically reappear. Or is that just me? Oh, do you know? I mean, I've put all my new starts and what have you, but I haven't put me fully finishes away, out the way. So this one, sorry, I just had to find a picture because it's a mystery sal. So this is historical sampler, mystery sal for Halloween. That started 3 or 4 weeks ago maybe. So this is where we are so far. We're only into 2 parts, so if you want to join you still can. They very kindly sent me the kit, which was really lovely, really lovely, and I'll show you when I can get the bloody So this is where we are. I've just done quite a small start actually. I thought I'd done more. I need to do it. So I got the kit, and in the kit it has the little needle minder and also a floss drop with the moon, which I'll grab in a second once I'm finished showing you this. And you get all the threads, the fabric, so you can get linen or Aida. You can, I'm not sure if it works for this, but if you're a first order, you can get 15% off if you put first 15 in. But check that. I know you can for the boxes, for the subscription boxes. I assume it's for any first order, but yeah, probably need to check. So anyway, this is as far as I got. They're so sweet. They're stitch alongs, and I quite like this one because it's not as much in it as there was for the Halloween one that I did last year with them. There was a lot of stitching in that. Well, no, not so much a lot of stitching, but there was lots of one crosses, lots of lone crosses everywhere, which was just, yeah, there was lots of bitty stitching, which doesn't float my boat. Mainly because it takes longer. And because I'm lazy. I don't. So yeah. That's as far as I got. You can do it on linen or Aida. You do both. This is the linen that they send me. So it's 32 count linen or a 16 count Aida, which is a lovely size. Certainly, it's not teeny tiny, so it's a nice easy meditative stitch. Not meditative stitch, it's an easy, like, because it's on the bigger count, like, because I normally do 36 or 40 count is usually my go-to. So for me, stitching on 32 is a lot easier because my eyes don't have to work so hard. So it's called the pumpkin. Yep, it is called the pumpkin patch stitch along. I found my words. Oh, I was going to show you the thing, wasn't I? Look at that. Isn't that just fabulous? I'm going to use it as part of my Halloween display. I think it's wonderful. Really, really, really lovely. I would have bought the kit just for the floss drop. Floss drop? Floss holder? Don't know what you would call that. So, next one. Now, I just picked this one up yesterday. So, this is my Halloween challenge. So, I can't remember if I said at the beginning or not. But I'm aiming to finish one of my Halloween WIPs every month. I suspect this will not be the case for this one. So I did kind of amend, my hands are freezing, sorry, amend my challenge into stitch as much as I can on, with the attempt to finish, but if not, to just stitch as much as I can on it, so we've got a good chunk, nearer to being finished. So I picked this one up, which is Tiny Modernist Edgar Allan Poe tray. And I'm a huge fan of Edgar Allan Poe, very dark, very dark. And I know I talked about this when I very first started it. I did Sylvia Plath, her, I'm sure that's who married Edgar Allan Poe, or she was around that sort of same genre. Very, very dark. No, she married another poet. can't remember. I'll find out and put it here. Because I'm dead clever. I'm dead clever. I know how to ask Mr. Google for everything. Who the hell was it? It was another poet. But I'm sure there was like 3 of them were all great mates or something like that. Anyway, whenever I think of Edgar Allan Poe, I think of Sylvia Plath. So, and we did one of her poems for GCSE. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, doing that, so I thought I'll pick it up again. This will be my next challenge. To see how far I can get. I'm relatively pleased with the little bit that I got done yesterday. Oh, actually, I'll bring this along here. So all I had done on it was the moon and the 2 stars, and I had just started the black. So basically I've come down and done the rest of the tier. I'm not normally a cake tier kind of girl, but I think just because this is dark, that's why I like it. So yeah, why am I showing you this again? Do you know why I'm showing you that again? So, yeah. So, yeah, there's only me can make a whole sentence out of 2 words that randomly don't even go together. Yeah. Bonkers. Bonkers. If you are new here, this is how we roll. We make it up as we go along. Yeah, you can too. It's all right. Full permission. I was thinking, because these are like just black, and the rest have got like white, and so like these bottles have got white, and so they've got like a bit more to them, whereas these are just, I was thinking about it yesterday, and these are, I don't know what, yeah, it was when I was thinking about putting something else to them. I was thinking about putting a silver krynic or something in, just to, you know, put like a little square in to make it look as though it's got a label on or something like that. Because I was thinking the top shelf, and then I got to thinking about top shelfers, and I don't know if anybody else knows what a top shelfer is. And no, I'm not talking about Rude magazines, because that's what they used to always be on the top shelfers and newsagents. I haven't thought about that for many, many years. But the top shelfer that I'm thinking about is in a pub. All the very strong spirits were on the top. Well, I suppose all the spirits were on the top, and you'd ask for a top shelfer, and it was a shot. It used to buy it for people's birthdays and make them drink it, and it was a shot from every single. So it was a vodka, a gin, rum, a port, all those sorts of things. Like one shot of everything stuck into one, and that would be their birthday present off all our mates. We'd all club together and get them a top shelfer. So yeah. It's no wonder I ended up an alcoholic, is it? So yeah. So, but this top shelfer, I think, is gravestones. That's a good point. I don't want to put a label on. I don't know. I'll see. But this is done on 20 count Ada by Megan Coffeecraft. And all of her fabrics are just what they are. None of them are replicated. She makes what she makes, and you buy what you buy. So I suppose it means that there's very few people going to have something the same as you. Similar, maybe, but not the same. But then again, I know a lot of people find it really frustrating that they can't replicate a colour. And I was in that gang with, she did like a blue grungy one, and I loved it. I did me Enchanted Quaker on it. Is it Enchanted Quaker or... can't remember. It was either Enchanted Quaker or something very similar. I can't remember what it's called. And I loved it. I would have bought a whole yard of it, but she never did it again. So I was a little bit frustrated. Yeah, it's a look what you could have had moment. Okie doke, where are we? Oh, we're getting into the big ladies. The big ladies. So, I haven't looked at any of these since forever, so who knows how much I've actually done on them. So this is Anne Without an E, Burnhope, 1895. Yes, I've made the Anne Without an E up, but I'm going with it. And I am down near the bottom. And I mean down near the bottom. Let me just, let me just do it this way. Let me get me stuff clicked. Right. A little bit more. I am definitely a Tolkien girl. And by that I mean, he said, little by little one travels far. I think that's definitely what we do in cross stitching, because it is a relatively slow hobby, maybe. You know, it takes a long time to do something like this, I think. So, what did I do? So I think I was along towards the end of this row. So I finished that, and I finished the border between these two. I've come along and done the border here. And now I've started the flowers. So this is the last row, if you like. Hasn't even got any letters on, so I've done all the alphabets. So I've just got the last bit with her name on, and there's like a motif there. And I haven't decided as yet whether I'm putting her name on, my name on. I haven't decided. So yeah, so I've started looking at the bottom row now. And I'm sure I did another couple of these, I think. Might not have, but yeah, maybe. I'm trying to keep pace with as far as I'm going. It's coming on, isn't it? I'm dead proud of it. Or I will be when it's finished. And I think especially because Michelle said she hasn't done it. And I'm kind of like, you know, when you want to please the teacher, kind of like want to go, look what I've done. Look, Michelle, look what I've done. Yeah, she's still my hero. We're still in that field. We're still in the, oh my God, she's just amazing field. I think I said about a year ago, I wonder if a time will come where she'll just be Michelle. We haven't reached that time yet. I don't know if we ever will, but yeah. So yeah, I feel like I want to finish it to please her. Yeah. It is amazing though. Oh, I was going to stitch over the thing for my initials, wasn't I? Ah, I forgot about that. We'll see. I think I might just put a black or a very dark blue over them so that it shows very lightly, because I love how busy it is. I love how compact it is, like all the red, and I don't want to detract from how fancy all the letters are. Yeah. I went out. I went out. See, I did go out once last Sunday to the pub that's about 200 yards away, with my parents and my niece and nephew. My sister and her partner were away for the weekend. So my mum took the kids, they're 17 and 14, for that Sunday dinner. So I went as well. I think I've asked this question before. Do you have Sunday dinners in America and in Canada and where's Newfoundland? I know some lady watches from Newfoundland, wherever that is. I think it's in the North Pole or something. Don't know. Geography's awful. Australia and stuff. Do you have Sunday dinners? I don't think Americans do. I don't know about Australians though. Yeah, I think my daughter's moving there. I think so. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? I wasn't in Newfoundland. Where the hell was I? Why did I go off into a thing? Oh, because I was going to tell you about James was playing with the napkin. He kept folding it and smoothing it out and then refolding it, smoothing it out and refolding it. I don't know why. And my mum eventually said to him, James, are you doing origami? And he went, why? What's that? She says, well, you know, you make paper into shapes. And he said, well, I wouldn't know how. And I says, oh, well, I can show you how to do a fan. And he went, fan? And I went, yeah, like a fancy fan. And he just blushed right red. I know exactly where his brain went to. Now, I know in America, your fanny is your bottom. But here in the UK, a fanny is the slang word for your front bottom. So his head went straight to that. So I think he's I don't know whether he's got his first girlfriend or something. But yeah, his head, I've never seen him go so red. It was really funny. And he embarrassed me because I went, James, I didn't mean anything like that. And he's beaming. And I'm going, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. And all I did was say fancy fan. And yeah, he was down a teenage boy's rabbit hole is where he went. So, back to fancy letters, not fancy fans. Yeah. Yes, so I don't want to detract from the fancy letters. What it's like to be a teenager all over again. So I'm doing that, I should have said, on 40 count antique white with Gentle Arts Schoolhouse red. Next one. Let's see how far I got on this. Oh. I had a little watch back of last week's just to check where I was on each, not because it was 2 weeks ago, just to check where I was on each one before I did this. And I wasn't sure how much I'd done. So this is Jardin Prive or Fil de Nichoirs. I sound fluent French now, don't I? I've got no idea if that's how it's pronounced. Bird boxes. Bird boxes is what it is. We're stuck. We are stuck together. I'm loving this, you know. This isn't something that I ever would have picked up for me, but I'm really enjoying it. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think it's because I nailed the fabric. So this is as far as I am. So what have I done since last time? Well, the last time you saw it, I had done up to here. I don't think I'd finished the duck. So I've been in and I've finished all the duck. I finished the flowers. I don't think they were quite finished. These couple of flowers along here. Basically, I've done this little post. What's that there? Oh, it's a bird. So this here, I was trying to work out what on earth it was. Obviously I haven't finished him. And then basically I've done all of this one. So this will be, so January, February, March, April. So this is May's. Obviously I've done the part of the bird as well up there. I'm loving this. I really am loving stitching on this. I'm doing it on fibre on a whim 36 count cypress. Do you know what it is? For as much as I always bang on saying I don't like greens, I'm not a green person, I love stitching on it. I don't know why. I love like a sage green to stitch on. That Water's Edge from Tonya and this. I love just stitching on it. And it's weird because I'm really not a green girl. Green, purple, I probably dislike purple more than green. I'm not an orange girl, I don't like orange. I like coral, all the blues, the aquas, the teals. Blush rose, I've just made that up. Like rose gold, kind of dusky rose. I don't like girly pink, baby pink, I don't like that, but quite like a rose gold. So anyway, back in the world where I'm meant to be making a floss tube and not randomly going off into what goes through my head. You should have protection, you know, because when I go off randomly into my head, anything can happen. Anything. So yes, and I'm doing it with all of the called for 1/2. Somebody asked me what I was doing. Oh, that's right. I've remembered, so I'll mention it when I get there. What was I just saying about protecting yourself? A lot of floss tube, you know, is my internal chatter coming out. Be afraid, be very afraid. Actually, it's this next one that I was thinking of, so that's quite handy. Pot Sampler by Historical Sampler Company, which I bought for myself for my birthday this year, off my rich husband that I don't have. Sarah Stonehouse on Instagram has gone on holiday. We were chatting and I'd said something that I haven't met my rich husband with one foot in the grave yet, so she's keeping her eyes open for him. So I wonder if I can put yous all on point as well. If you come across a rich man with one foot in the grave, let me know. Let me know. Because I could do with some more cross-stitching pennies. Couldn't we all? We always need more cross-stitching pennies. This is where I am. It's looking good, isn't it? It's looking really good. It's a bit lighter than what you can see. It's a bit more, it's like a colour of a sack. It's lovely, really lovely. So the last time you saw it, I had just started, I'd done some of this. Oh, I haven't finished it actually. And I had literally put the outline of the bird in and started the crown. So I have done all of this. So all of this motif here. I really enjoyed it. I loved doing this one. Really enjoyed that. This was quite nice the way it came together as well. And this one. Have I got... Oh, I've still got one colour to put in there. So I've still got a colour, a lighter pink I think it is, to go in there to finish those off. But other than that, that's another sort of chunk of motifs done. So somebody asked me what it measures on 40 count. The answer is, had to quickly work it out. The answer is 14 by 16 inches on 40 count. However, this one, if you remember, I counted it. So this is rustic sheep by XDew. And when I counted it, because I was trying to figure out what count it was, it came in at 44 count. So presumably this will be slightly smaller if I measured it. Shall I measure it? Why not? Since we're here, and I've always got a tape measure to hand. I saw the coffee's kicked in now, you see. I saw a tattoo yesterday, and the girl, it was along her finger. She had a ruler, so she always had like what, 3, 1, 2, yeah, be about 3 inches or so. She always had a ruler on her finger. I mean, clever. Not sure I'll go that far, but clever. So it said 14 by 16, didn't it? Oh, this is 14. I don't know whether it's 16 because I'm getting to the bottom. But yeah, it's 14 across. So maybe it isn't 44 count. So, or maybe my other thingy's wrong. Who knows? But this is what I was saying about, depends what count you're planning to do it on. So on 40 count, it's big. It is 280 wide by 320 down. So it's a big sampler. But I'm not doing it as a whole sampler. I'm literally just, oh, I'm going to do this motif. I'm going to do that motif. I'd like to get this chunk of motifs finished. Do you know what I mean? So I'm doing it just little by little. And I'm taking each one of these as a mini finish. Like, yeah, right, nailed that. Put it away for a little while. So that's how I'm doing it. So I'm doing it 1/2 with all of the called for, which all came in the box that I ordered for my birthday present for myself. So that is that one. Pleased with that. Like I say, I tend to do me big glasses on a weekend. So when I pick it up the following weekend to show you, it's always a well, to be fair, it's always a guess game. Like, have I touched it? Have I not? There's a couple of times I've opened them up and showed you to go, oh, I think I put 6 stitches in. So anyway, now then. Here we go. This is if I can find the cover picture. There it is. There it is. Modern Folk Embroidery, Forget Me Not. And this is for my 50th birthday. I did this. This is a legacy piece that I'm doing. And by that I mean a piece that I'm doing that hopefully my daughter will keep, because I'm doing it specifically for that. But as I've said before, she might decide she doesn't want it, she might decide she doesn't want any of me stitching, she might decide she wants all of it, she might decide she wants a different one. She fell in love with my Rachel bird, I'm sure you can all remember. So she might do that. So I've been back to the drawing board about colours again. I'm sorry, I know this is painful. It's more painful for me, honestly. I am sick to the back teeth of it. Sick, 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 sick. I think I've got it. I think I've finally got it. Bearing in mind I thought I had before when I had my other two colours and they just look crap. I will show you. So here we are. What have I done so far? Well, basically I was at the top of here. So I have come all the way down here and finished this motif. I've put a little doofer in there. Oh yeah, Melody, thank you. I know I've got to do me doofer on me thing. There's a little doodad of missing out the corner of me and Burnhope. So I know I haven't done it and I keep forgetting, but thanks for keep reminding us. What do you think about this? What do you think about him? It looks a bit warmer in in the real world. Let me get this out so I can show you. Galvanised by Weeks. It's got like a lilac-y hint to it. So I did this bit down here and I did the little doofer, and I thought, I was thinking about what Roz was saying about the tone, and I thought it might be too warm for it. So I thought, oh, I'm going to need to go back and get like a flatter grey, like graphite. And I put a few stitches in of graphite, and it's got no like variegation in it. This has got some really lovely variegation, and that's what I wanted. And then it occurred to me, because I was thinking, it doesn't like stand up that well, and then I remembered I didn't want it to stand out that well. The whole point of this was to have the white pieces that pop, some interest going on in the background, if you like. That's what you would do with a painting piece. And then this, I just wanted the things that weren't like Quaker motifs, like the flowers and what have you. I wanted them as not quite tone on tone, but yeah, just sort of, I suppose, in the middle of the pop in the background. Just wanted them there as some more interest in the piece. And then I thought, you know what, Sherrie, I like the variegation. It's a grey and how I wanted. It's blending in, and that's what I wanted it to. Just bloody do it. just bloody go with it. So after about a year of messing around, I'm doing it. I am doing it. I don't care if the tone is wrong. I don't think it is. Once you get it further away, I don't think it is wrong. Look at this. So I'm doing this on 40 count anthracite with galvanised Gentle Arts soot and White Lightning by Weeks. I am definitely taking this out. This was a cream. I loved the cream though, and I'm kind of pleased I've identified it. In other words, it's on my radar because it's a lovely, really deep wintry cream. Really, really lovely, really rich. So I now know if I'm ever wanting a cream, where to go. But Roz was right, it looks awful on this. So I might leave that in just because. Why not have a random little flower in a different colour? So that is where I am. So it's starting to take a little bit more shape now. And I mean, this is a big project. I'm sure I've got the, I think I put it away, the book, but I'm pretty sure it's a hefty 300 and odd. So that one is that. I hope you like the green. There's me going, I'm doing it, I don't care. What do you think? That validation thing again, isn't it? I need validation. I need me mum to tell us I've done well. I'll get on the phone to Michelle. I think she'd be horrified if I rang her. I don't speak to her. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't. The sunshine has just come out, can you tell? Because I can't see you very well. I can't see you. Yeah, Sherrie, yeah. Right. Last one. Bella Filipina, Gaia, my wonderful earth goddess. And I am here with her. I didn't feel like, I'm sure I spent a full day on her, but it was one of those days where it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. So the last time you saw her, I'd been busy working up here, but I'd done a thingy and it needs to be frogged. She's been on the timeout step since then. So I came down and I did a lot more of this. So I'm literally at the bottom of all the threads, and we then go into Krynic. So I'm literally at the bottom of this. Yeah, trying to think. So this is finished. Everywhere it turns into 1 Miss 1 1 is finished as far as the thread's concerned. So I'm quite concerned she's going to be very, very tight for framing. Very tight. Although I suppose excuse me while I just measure. Yeah, I think she'll have 2 inches. I hope that'll be enough, because I would probably like her professionally framed. So yes, I came down here and I did all that, sorry. And then I came down here, finished off these, brought right to the bottom, and then I've started putting in the greens, the leaves. Ah, I remember now. So I spent ages doing these, and it just was going so slowly, like so slowly. I can't remember, was I watching I was listening to something, but there was a lot of counting involved in these, so I was just kept getting lost, and it was just, I mean, like, I think it took me 2 hours to do one leaf or something ridiculous, and I thought, oh, do you know what, this just isn't happening. So I put her away. She wasn't playing very nice with us, so I just says, no, it's my ball and I'm taking it home. So that's it. So she went back into her bag and she's sat there ever since. Poor woman. So yes, but I need to get those Krynics still. I still need to make that order and get the Krynics. So this is where I am, and this I am doing on 32 count daffodil by Fabric Flair, and which I got through Lakeside Needle Works. I can't remember what it's called, something like that. And it is 2/2. Yes, 2/2. You heard that right. 2/2. And she works quite nicely, actually. There's sometimes I can get a little bit frustrated, but for the most part, the holes are big enough so they can take like the 2 threads. It's not squishing them too much. You can tell that's the, yeah, I'm about finished, aren't I? I'm bloody finished. The coffee's starting to wear off. Okay, let me move this and we will do question of the week, answer of the week, then question of the week. I've got a couple of gifts to show you, not much, but a couple. And then we've got forward plans and my final thought. So, hold that one there. Gifts, just a couple. The World of Cross Stitching came through my doorstep. I haven't had a look through. It came through my doorstep? Didn't come through my doorstep at all. Came through my door. It's all about Halloween. Well, it's got it's got Halloween and autumn. It's all Halloween and autumn themed, which, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting that. So there's bound to be a couple in there that I'm definitely going to keep. And the free gift you got was happy birthday, a little card, celebration card kit. I think that's dead sweet. It's really nice, that. I'm sure it's somebody's birthday coming up. Because I was thinking about doing them a cross stitch card. That's just come back to us. Who the hell was it? I'm sure it was their 50th. Maybe I've been dreaming it. Yeah, what did I say about internal chatter? And I love this. The autumnal black cat kit. I love that. I'm saying I'm going to make it. I'm not saying I might make it. I'm saying I will make it. I like this. It's really nice because most of the black cat stuff is around Halloween, but this is actually autumn because it's got the leaves and things on, so he can stay up a little bit longer. So I like him. I'm going to have a bash at him. And I got my herbarium, so I'm doing the annual subscription with herbarium, and the cross stitch is, well, it's with Stitchery. Sorry, I should, yeah, words are becoming very hard. I should say. And it's the Herbarium series. Yeah, it's time I wasn't here, isn't it? So this month is lavender, English lavender. That's the only picture really I can show you. I don't think there was that one. But other than that, there's just the pattern, so I can't really show you the rest. But I think that's really nice. The only thing is that I don't understand. I'm going to have to look the words up because there's stuff on there that I just don't understand. It's got Jean Davis on. I don't know why it's got her on. I don't know who she is. I don't, because it's not Sarah unless they've had somebody stitch it for them. I don't know. That's it. That's all my gifts. So what else was question of the week? So I should have done that first really. My question of the week last week was about carrying stitches, or the last time I should say, was about carrying stitches. How many stitches do you carry over? The answer that everybody gave was entirely different. I was quite amazed at how many, like there weren't any great themes other than for those that do full coverage, they'll carry over at 10, 20, sometimes 30 stitches. And apparently the backs of full coverages are less than desired. So you don't. It wasn't until I was reading it that I remember looking at. I don't even know why we did. I remember standing at one of the brag tables, and there was somebody had done a full. And I think we were talking about how you fit all your threads like on the back, because obviously the back can sometimes get a little bit bulky with finishing threads off all the time and what have you. And I remember looking at the bottom and just, I mean, like, oh! I was just like, oh! And I thought it was that particular stitcher was just, yeah, don't know what she'd done, but I was horrified. I mean, I was literally aghast. We both were. Can't even remember who I was standing with. And but actually, listening to that, it sounds like all full coverage stitches. That it's very, very bulky on the back, and you know, lots of threads crossing over and carrying over and all the rest of it. So yeah. So that was the only sort of theme. The other one was that a lot of people, and I do this as well, if you're wanting to carry over more than 3, sometimes you can thread, you know, under the backs and take it to where the next colour is, do you know what I mean? So that was a bit of a theme as well. Other than that, it was literally you do you, boo, you know, so I was quite pleased about that. I quite like that. Yeah, you do you. I loved that. So this week's question comes from one of you, which reminds me the whole point of this was meant to be if you have questions as well. So put them in, and what I'll do is I'll save them up and I'll ask them, you know, like if there's a week when we haven't had one and there's a week where we've had 2, I'll ask the questions. So this one comes from our wonderful friend Ali Bradley 4135. So Ali, please could I put a suggestion in for Ask Sherrie how people use fancy flosses like Weeks Dye Works or variegated threads, as I'm not 100% sure I'm doing it right. Now I think what she means is, do you do it over like that, like one stitch over and over and then back again, or do you do one full cross and then over? I think that's what she means. So yes, how do you use your fancy floss threads. If you think you know better what she means, or Ali, if that's not what you mean, let me know and we will reform the question. But yeah, so how do you use your fancy thread? Fancy flosses? Yeah. Over dyes. How do you use your over dyed threads? We're not going into fancy anything, remember. Oh, poor James. You just... I think it's hilarious now. Now that I've sussed it was just him being 17 and where his head went. Like skiing down a hill. Poor Ben. Right, what else? Forward plans. I would like to get some more done on my mum and dad's. So the Jardin Prive bird box one. What else? I think I'm going to have to put Gaia away for a couple of weeks because I think I've looked at her too much now and I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not. So I think I'm actually going to put her away for a couple of weeks. I'd really like to get some more done on my shells as well because I just want to please the teacher. Teacher's pet. What else do I want to do? Just this last few weeks, I'm looking at all the ones I'm doing and I think I'm getting big project fatigue again. I know I'm doing my little stockings, but yeah, I think the ones like the Stacy Nash ones, I need to pull another one of them into me world. Like a large, small, a very large, small if you like, or a small, medium. I know what I mean. And I'd like to find me project bag with all me threads in for me Textilly one so that I can finish it and frame it and put it up. That would be really nice. So God, if you're listening, little help down here please. Little help. I know what his answer will be. You get more than a little help every day just to survive. I think that is it. That is about all we've got today. God knows how long this is going to be, whether it's going to be short, long, I've got no idea. Where am I then? Final thought this week. This just, I read it and thought, oh, yeah. And it was just, I was trolling through Pinterest. I don't know why I went on. I was trolling through all the stuff I'd saved from time gone by. Because I do like a Pinterest board. And like I say, I just came across this and it just made me think. So this is by Dalai Lama. So of course it's going to be profound, as it always is by Dalai Lama. When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But when you listen, you may learn something new. Bye for now.